University, Brennan Johnson. Batting third from Baker University, third baseman, Tyler Vina. Batting fourth from Washburn
Welcome
University,
everyone
shortstop,
to
Kuiper
the
Kendall.
Baldwin City Ballpark.
Batting fifth,
Here
first baseman,
for a
from
hot
Central
one
Missouri
between
College,
the
Kendall
visiting
Rivero.
Bravos and the home Baldwin City
Batting
Blues. I'm
sixth,
Joe
the
Compton
designated
on the
hitter from Baker
call.
University, Harrison Jewell.
We are a little late due to
Batting
some
seventh, the
technical
catcher from
difficulties at the
Highland
park, but we're
Community
ready to go
College, Sullivan
now.
Holmes.
We're going to start by
Batting
announcing
eighth,
the
the
starting
second
lineups
baseman from Tallahassee
momentarily,
Community College, Grant Symbolic.
just as we are about to.
Batting ninth, with the coolest name in baseball, center fielder from Highland Community College, Maverick Rockers.
About to do the national anthem and all that, so
Pitching tonight,
after that
from
we
Baldwin
will
City Blues,
announce the lineups.
number 34 from Baker University,
So
Jake Miller.
that's about to happen, and we're going to step aside and be back in just a moment.
Now back.
We are back here at the end of our break. We are starting off the game. With that, we should probably tell you the lineups. We're going to start with the Bravos. Leading off, the second baseman, Yotai Okutama. Following him, the shortstop, Stephen Furman. Batting third, the third baseman, Eddie Molina. And clean up, the designated hitter, Fausto Sanchez. Batting fifth, the catcher, Alex Ramirez. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Kenny Santino. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Isaiah Garcia. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Kiefer Contreras. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Luis Angel Escaramon. Pitching for the Bravos is Oliver Tabarez. Now, going over the Blues lineup. Batting first, the left fielder, Isaiah White. Following him, the right fielder, Brennan Johnson. Batting third, the third baseman, Tyler Vina. And clean up, the shortstop, Kuiper Kendall. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Kendall Rivero. Following him, and batting sixth, the designated hitter, Harrison Jewell. Batting seventh, the catcher, Solomon Holmes. And batting eighth, the second baseman, Grant Simblick. Batting ninth, center fielder, Maverick Rockers. Pitching for the Blues tonight, Jake Miller, who his first pitch is in there for called strike one. That next pitch is way outside for a ball, which makes the count 1-1. Blues lineup. That one low for ball 2. Blues lineup as it is in the field. Jake Miller pitching, Solomon Holmes catching. Kendall Rivera, Grant Simblick, and Tyler Vigna at first through third. That pitch is hit. Chopper to Simblick. Throw to first in time. 1 away here in the top of the first inning. Kuiper Kendall is
Brings the plate, shortstop, Stephen Furman.
Furman. Pitch is hit into left field. So one pitch is all Stephen Furman needs to get himself on with a single.
Third baseman, Eddie Molina.
Eddie Molina up to the plate now. As I said before, 1 out right now, and Furman goes, and he'll be safely on, and that is a ball. So 1-0 the count. Miller's pitch is in there for called strike 1. 1-1 now the count. With 1 on, and I said it before, folks, it's kind of a hot one today. So that one low, ball 2. Currently sitting at 94 here in Baldwin City, and even in the press box, it's cooler, but well, it's still hot. So that pitch is hit. Fair ball is the call. Excuse me, foul. Apologize for that, folks. That did go foul right before third base, though. So the count is 2-2. Surely it would have been a single, maybe even extra bases for Molina. But instead, he's back to take another pitch. That pitch is a ball, so the count goes full. We're going to do our best to try and center the camera here for you all. So that pitch is put in play. Rivera can't grab it, and Furman's coming home. The throw not there, so the Bravos will take a 1-0 lead with that single by Eddie Molina. So that brings up Fausto Sanchez.
Now batting, Fausto Sanchez, designated hitter.
Designated hitter with the Bravos. It's that first pitch low for a ball. 1-0 the count. There's next pitch is hit into left center field. Rocker's going after that one. By the time he gets it, Molina is already on his way home. There won't even be a throw. So a double by the cleanup hitter, Fausto Sanchez, does clean up what was on base. And the Bravos now lead 2-0 here with 1 out in the top of the first inning. Catcher Alex Ramirez up to the plate now. And he's going to take the first pitch. High for ball one. Not necessarily the best start for the Blues. Definitely struggling this season so far. Last year's record 20-12. The Blues currently sit at 8-10. Swing and a miss there by Ramirez. Evens the count up at 1. Bravos are comparatively having a better season right now. Another swing makes count 1-2. Bravos currently sitting at 13-7, good for second place in the Mid-Plains League right now. Last year, they finished dead last in the league standings. The 1-2 pitch is swung on again. Fouled off. So the count, the at bat stays alive for Alex Ramirez. As Miller steps off and throws back to second. Nothing doing there. So we will continue in a moment. But time is called. I believe catcher Solomon Holmes has some sweat on his face, as we all do. As I said, it's pretty hot out and probably the hottest it's been all summer. Looking forward in the weather, it is projected some potential storms here in Baldwin City around 9 o'clock, so stay tuned for that as Miller's pitch is fouled off. So the count remains 1-2. These two teams have played twice before, just last week. The Bravos they played 3 times. That one is outside to even the count up at 2-2. The Bravos have taken all 3 games. 1 here in Baldwin City, 2 in Leavenworth. As I said before, the Bravos in second place. Junction City, as that pitch is swung on a miss, but drop third strike it is. And Ramirez is going to be on board via a drop third strike.
First baseman, Kenny Santino.
So runners at the corners here with 1 out. It is officially a strikeout for Jake Miller, though. So he's got 1 on the board. As that pitch by Santino is hit into right field. Brennan Johnson comes under it, makes the grab. Sanchez tagging off from Holm, and Holmes couldn't make the play. I believe the tag probably would have been in time, but a successful sac fly.
Now batting.
The Bravos extend their lead. Isaiah Garcia up to the plate now. He's a somewhat new addition to the Bravos, coming there by way of the Topeka Jacks. As Garcia takes that one, just gets the outside part of the zone for strike 1. So the count 0-1. The pitch is fouled off by Garcia, so quickly we are at a 2-0 count. Runner at second goes. He will be there successfully, and that pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 1. Arrows safely at third. Runner at third. That pitch in there for called strike 3. So, 3 runs off 3 hits, no errors. The Bravos have taken an early lead here in Baldwin City. It is 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. I'd like to talk to you guys about the Wooden Spoke Restaurant, proud 2023 sponsor for the Baldwin City Blues. Enjoy outstanding homestyle meals cooked to perfection, located off Scenic Highway 56. Wooden Spoke Restaurant, where only the best will do. And with that, we will take a break and be here in just a few minutes. When we come back, it will be the bottom of the first inning. But don't go anywhere. This is the Sunflower Sports Network. Back here in Baldwin City with the the bottom of the first inning here on the Sunflower Sports Network. Isaiah White will lead off the bottom half of the first frame for the Baldwin City Blues.
Leading off for the Baldwin City Blues of Highland Community College. Left fielder, number 26, Isaiah White.
Isaiah White stepping in. Oliver Tavares, the pitcher for the Bravos. His first pitch is outside for ball 1. Folks, we're already seeing some kind of ominous skies out to our left. As I said, the storms are not supposed to roll in until about 9 o'clock, but that's only for the hour. However, as White will send that one to the third baseman, Molina, the throw to first is in time. Which brings up Brennan Johnson.
That brings to the plate from Baker University. Right fielder, number 47, Brennan Johnson.
Johnson, a quality bat from Baker University, plays most of the outfield and takes that one for called strike 1. That next pitch from Tavares outside makes the count 1-1. Running through the Bravos lineup. As Johnson swings and misses there. Makes the count 1-2. In fielding positions, pitching and catching is Tavares and Ramirez. Johnson fouls that one off.
Please return that
Keeps
foul
the
ball
at-bat
to the
alive.
shortstops for a wonderful piece of camping.
First through third is Santino, Okatama, and Molina. Furman at short, and left to right in the outfield, Contreras, Garcia, and Scaramon. Johnson puts that one in play, but it's straight to the first baseman, Santino. All he has to do is step on the bag. 2 away in just as many batters.
Now that the third baseman, number 24 from Baker University, Tyler Vigna.
Tyler Vigna now stepping up to the plate. Vigna, a graduate of Free State High School, will be playing here in Baldwin City at Baker University next season. That pitch low for ball one. Vigna swings and misses at that one to even up the count at 1-1. And while we look at that, there is only one other game here in the Mid-Plains League tonight. So pitch outside, make it 2-1. Farmers are taking on the Topeka Warhawks. In Leavenworth, as that one is low for ball three. Count is now 3-1. Three and one pitch here from Taveras. Fouled off. The count goes full. Count full now for Vigna against Taveras. Payoff pitch, high for ball four. Vigna works a 2-out walk for Kuiper Kendall.
That brings to the plate. Cleanup hitter, shortstop, number 18 from Washburn University, Kuiper Kendall.
Kuiper Kendall batting cleanup here tonight for the Blues. By far, Blues' best hitter, leading them in average, and I believe that is a balk called, and Vigna gets a free trip to second. Our pitcher Taveras is unsure of what's happening, and Taveras up to confirm what's going on, but either way, what's going on is Tyler Vigna's at second without Kendall even facing a batter. And Vigna is off and just safe. He had quite the considerable lead, and Taveras' throw back. I thought the tag might have been in time, but it was not, and we continue. Another balk, and Vigna's at third. So I'm unsure of what's really happening as far as what Taveras is doing as a pitcher to warrant a balk, especially two. Kendall still has not faced a pitch, but he's got a runner in scoring position. And Kendall will take that one inside for ball one. So the count 1-0. Kendall takes that one high for ball two. And Ramirez looked like he was going to throw down to third, but fumbled the ball on the exchange, so it just went outside his glove. However, obviously Vigna did not come home or even make an attempt to go that way. Two. Kendall swings and misses there. I believe that one was fouled off. Either way, the count 2-1. Bravos have quite the gotten out to an early lead. This count is 2-1. Kendall hits that one high in the infield. And Santino will make the grab, so no runs off, no hits, no errors, one left on base. The Bravos lead us as we go to the the top of the second. We're going to take a short break here on the Sunflower Sports Network and then be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're starting off the top of the second inning here.
Now batting left fielder, Kuiper Contreras.
Kuiper Contreras leading off for the Bravos. Tall left fielder and a left-handed bat. He swings at the first pitch and misses. So a quick 0-1 count. Ball low and in the dirt makes things 1-1. Currently trying to update you on the Contreras turned his shoulders to maybe try to swing at that. Didn't really matter. Either way, it is called strike one, but Contreras is going to take that next one. Line drive to right field. And Kuiper Contreras on board with a leadoff single. Luis Angel Escaramon finishes the lineup, or the batting order for the Bravos. It's only taken the second batter in the second inning for Bravos to bat around. And Escaramon shows bunt, pulls back. Called strike one. Means pitcher Jake Miller gets in the lead early in the at-bat. And Escaramon fouls that one off. So the count quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch in there for called strike three. Miller gets his second strikeout. Actually, excuse me, I believe that's his third. And there is one away. Yes, that was Miller's third strikeout. Yotai Okatama returns for his second trip up, and he swings at the first pitch. Maverick Rockers comes and makes the grab. So, only took one pitch for Okatama to be retired for the second straight time, and brings up Stephen Furman. Singled in his first at bat and was the Bravos' first run. First of three. And he's going to swing on that one straight back into his own team's dugout. Fouled for 0-1. The next pitch is fouled off by Furman the other way now. So Foul to the left and right side. He does not discriminate, but the count is 0-2. Contreras on at first was the leadoff batter, and Furman fouls off another one, this time to the left. So right now the left leading the right, 2-1. Our home plate umpire is currently looking for more baseballs as we'll take a slight pause in the action. He at least has one. And here comes Gage Callahan with a few more. 2 more. Actually 3 more. So should be good for the time being here in Baldwin City. Furman takes that one, and a jumping line drive by Kuiper Kendall sees the end of the inning. After a Kuiper Contreras single, the Blues finish the top half of the second scoreless. No runs off, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We move to the bottom of the second. Before we do that, we're going to tell you about Whitney's Hair Salon and stylist Emily Wright. If you're looking for that next amazing cut or style, visit Emily Wright. She will have you looking your best. Whitney's Hair Salon, located in downtown Baldwin City. And with that, we will take a break and be back with the bottom of the second inning in just a few minutes here on the Sunflower Sports Network. Do not go anywhere.
UK sounds like Asia. I used to think UK was Asia.
We start off the bottom of the second here.
Leading off the bottom second inning from North Central Missouri College, the first baseman, number 12, Kendall Rivera.
With Kendall Rivera. The leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second inning for Baldwin City. First pitch by Oliver Taveras, outside for ball 1. Swing and a foul. And that came back, and our catcher, Alex Ramirez, does not look okay. Manager Edgar Santos out to check on his player. Clearly it was a foul ball by Rivera. I think he was. I think Ramirez was hit in his nether regions, which is never a pleasant experience. But right now, the Bravo's doing all they can to make sure Ramirez is okay. But one potential good sign, all the Bravos are kind of smiling about it. So, except for Ramirez, but
Yeah,
when you're in that much pain, it's hard to smile. To quote that one Facebook post, nothing to smile about in my life. And Ramirez is still down. So with that, we are going to take a break. We actually, before we do that, Ramirez is up and being helped off by his teammates. Unsure right now. He's being supported by Centino and Luis de la Cruz back to the third base dugout. So surely that will mean a different catcher for the Bravos. When we figure out who that is, we will let you know. But we're going to take a short break real quick before returning in just probably not even a couple minutes, but whenever the new catcher is out here on the Sunflower Sports Network, do not go anywhere. I knew it wouldn't be a minute, and we do have a new catcher. That is Cesar Grau, filling in for Alex Ramirez.
Attention, please. Now catching number 13.
And
Cesar Grau.
our pitcher Tavares getting maybe a couple more warm-up pitches as we're back in play. It feels like a lifetime ago, but this at-bat did actually start. It is 1-1 the count. Ball for the first one and a foul ball made the strike for the second one. But either way, we continue as Rivera's going to foul that one off to the right side. And the count 1-2. Harrison Jewell up next for the Blues. And that one high above catcher Grau's head makes the count 2-2. Folks, I can say with confidence I did not flinch there. We are still at 0 for the night. If you follow along on Monday night as Rivera swings and misses, one away here in the bottom half of the second. Harrison Jewell steps in.
From Becker University, Harrison Jewell.
For one out. First pitch by Tavares is 0-1. So the count.
Can you email that to me?
0-1 for Jewell, designated hitter. That one is inside for ball one. With the count even at 1. Next pitch in there, hit by Jewell into right field. Escaramon comes under it, and he will make the grab on a run. So, 2 batters, 2 away for Tyler Vigna. Excuse me, that is Solomon Holmes. Here with two outs. That one by Tavares on outside for ball one. Sorry, folks. I'm currently doing quadruple duty right now as Holmes sends that one straight to shortstop Stephen Furman, and that will end the inning here in Baldwin City. 3 up, 3 down. We move to the top of the third. 3-0 Bravos. And with that, we are going to take a break on Sunflower Sports Network. Do not go anywhere. We're here at the top of the third inning. In Baldwin City, it started off hot, and folks, I hate to break it to you, it is still hot. It is 94 degrees, which was the temperature at game.
On the east, and then the other side be the west.
And, oh, excuse me. Like I said, I'm doing like triple or quadruple duty right now. The first pitch by Miller to Molina, high 4-ball-1. That pitch by Miller in there for called strike 1. Miller wasting no time. So that one is outside 4-ball-2. So 2-1 the count here for Eddie Molina. And Molina's going to take that one too short. Kuiper Kendall fields it. The throw high. So an infield single by Eddie Molina when he's up Fausto Sanchez.
Designated hitter, Fausto Sanchez.
With one on and no outs. Sanchez doubled in his first at bat. Got an RBI there. So he takes that one inside, 4-ball-1. Sanchez takes that one high and way foul. Evens count up at 1-1. We will try to update you guys on the Farmers and the Warhawks. Currently not seeing anything on Game Changer, though I know that game has started. As that pitch by Miller low for ball 2. 2-1 the count. As Miller throws back to first to try to catch Molina. Nothing doing there. Sanchez fouls that one off to even the count up at 2-2. We'll shortly try to give you some kind of update for the game in Leavenworth. That one low for ball 3, evens the count up at 3-2. Count full with no outs. It's going to be low again. So 2 on here. After a well-worked walk by Gonzalo Sanchez, brings up catcher Alex Ramirez. Actually, excuse me, that's Cesar Grau.
Catcher Cesar Grau.
Cesar Grau comes in for the injured Alex Ramirez, taking his first trip to the plate today. Because of that, that means Ramirez's day is done. So that pitch is in there for strike 1. Ramirez struck out on his only at bat, however, reached base due to a drop third strike, because that one is fouled off for 0-2. However, obviously Ramirez's day is done. And that pitch from Miller fouled off again by Grau. So the count remains at 0-2 here in the top of the third inning. Miller's pitch there, low for ball 1. Makes the count 1-2. Crowd calls time. Takes a couple extra practice swings before we are off and running again. That pitch from Miller, inside. Ball 2. Evens count up at 2-2. Nobody on. Nobody out, but 2 on. There's next pitch. Low for ball 3. So the count even again for and Miller not even inside. Well, actually, so inside that it hit Grau. And that is going to load the bases here in the top of the 3rd inning for Kenny Centino. But before that, we are going to have a mound visit by pitching coach Logan Whalen. So as that happens, we are going to take a break and be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We are back here in Baldwin City. The mound visit, only that. Jake Miller still in the game for Kenny Centino. His first pitch is high for ball 1. During that break, I stepped outside the press box to get a better look at the sky, and folks, it's getting darker already. As that one is low for ball 2. As right now, we are going to do another weather update, and as that pitch is lined up into right center field, 2 will score easily, and Grau reaches 3rd base. So a 2 RBI single for Kenny Centino.
And brings the plate. Center fielder, Isaiah Garcia.
Extends the lead for the Bravos. It is now 5-0 here in the top of the 3rd with no outs. Isaiah Garcia steps in. And takes first pitch outside for ball 1. Garcia struck out in his only trip to the plate. That strikeout, it was one looking, ended the top of the 1st inning, one which saw the Bravos score 3 and take their initial lead. That pitch from Miller is outside. Popped out of the glove of Holmes, but Grau stays held up at 3rd. Centino at 1st. So continue here. Pitch catches the outside part of the zone for called strike 1. Pitch is swung on and missed, so an at bat that started at 2-1 is now, that started at 2-0 is now 2-2. Miller's done a good job to fight back in this one, but that one is low to juice the count full. 3-2. This is, I believe, the 3rd 3-2 of this inning. And the Bravos have been on the winning side of it every time. Walk, hit by pitch, walk. Santino goes. It doesn't matter. That's another walk. And the bases are loaded here in the top of the third inning. Still no outs for Kiefer Contreras. Contreras 1 for 1 today. Had a leadoff single. It's a nice line drive to right field, but had a leadoff single, but was stranded at first in the second inning. As after Contreras' single, as that one goes high for ball one. Next 3 outs were gotten. That pitch in there for called strike one. It evens the count up at 1, and Blues are going to need an out soon. Is that one low for ball 1? Excuse me, ball 2. Holmes kind of lost the ball in the block. Looked around to try to find it. He would eventually find it before Grau ran home. Grau threatened to go that way. So that pitch is fouled off. 2-2 the count now. There's a decent amount of baseball going on besides the Mid-Plains League tonight. As Contreras hits that one to first, Rivera just tags first, but Grau will score, all runners advancing. So 1 out. However, the cost of that is another run. So 6-0 to score now with 1 out for Luis Angelo Scaramon. 0 for 1 today. With a strikeout looking, he sends that one to Tyler Vigna, who made the throw. It was Rivero had to get on his tiptoes to get it, but he did. So it only took 1 pitch.
Second baseman, Yutai Okutama.
For the second out to be registered. Yotai Okutama brings the order back to the top for Bravos. The score 6-0 with 2 outs. As that pitch is outside for ball 1. Okutama unsuccessful in reaching base in his first 2 at-bats. As that one outside once again for ball 2. Okutama a ground out and a fly out to his credit. That one by Miller in there for called strike 1. Makes the count 2-1. The other baseball games on, as that one is low to make the count 3-1. Finished games today for the MLB. The Cubs defeated the Guardians 10-1 at Wrigley Field. That pitch is inside for ball 4. Okutama reaches base for the first time, and that's going to bring up Stephen Furman. But a mound visit before that by Tanner Kilmer spells the end of the day for Jake Miller. So as this mound visit is going on, we are going to take a break and be back shortly with whoever our new pitcher is. we come back here with the top of the third inning. As you can see on your screens, if you are watching or have your eyes, what's the word, affixed to your television or whatever screen it is, the bases are loaded with 2 outs. 6-0 to score, and Austin Rocha is the new pitcher for coming in for Jake Miller. Miller's day is done. When we have his stats, we will let you know. But that first pitch by Furman is hit to the shortstop Kendall and hit straight to, or the throw to second is obviously in time. So that ends the inning. We'll get you the stats in just a moment. So that was 3 runs off 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. The Bravos lead 6-0 going here, moving to the bottom of the third. We're going to take a break, but before that, I'd like to talk to you guys about Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital. Whether you are needing veterinary services for your smallest pet or your largest farm animals, see Dr. Tim Jones at Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital. You and your pet will be glad you did. Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital, located off Scenic Highway 56, across the street from the Wooden Spoke Restaurant and just behind the Quick Stop gas station. If you are in the area and you need your pets taken care of, go to Baldwin City Companion Animal Hospital. And that's about all the rambling that I can do. So I'm going to take a break, and when we are back, we will be back with the bottom of the third inning. Okay, well, I wasn't gone for very long as Grant Simblick will lead off the the bottom of the third inning. And folks, like I said, I am doing quadruple duty here tonight, so at least momentarily. And Simblick takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Simblick batting 8th for the Blues. This is his first plate appearance. And he is going to check swing. Did he go? Our field umpire says he did not. So that means the count goes to 2-0. Simblick, originally from Williston, North Dakota, will be playing his college ball at Tallahassee Community College next season, as that pitch is upstairs for ball 3. Oliver Tavera is still the pitcher for the Bravos, as that pitch is ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. And we will be back in. Sorry for the delay, but in our haste, Maverick Rockers has, well, a nice single for him, puts 2 on for Isaiah White. 2 on, no outs for the Blues, looking to cut into this Bravos lead. Let's see, the Bravos score 6-0 currently, and the Blues are actually racing against Mother Nature itself right now, as Isaiah White fouls that one to our right side. Makes the count 0-1. White 0-1 today. Grounded out in his only plate appearance as he fouls that one off. And 2 pitches, 2 fouls. For Isaiah White. 2 on, nobody out for the Blues in the bottom of the third. White swing and a miss. He is down on pitches for Brennan Johnson. Johnson steps in. Brennan Johnson takes the first pitch low for ball 1, and he's going to send that one high and behind to the third base side. Makes the count 1-1, I believe. I had my eyes averted for a moment. I believe our home plate umpire actually said 2-1. I'm really unsure. Either way, Simblick runs, and the throw offline. So Grant Simblick will score. Maverick Rockers to third base. Blues are on the board.
Okay, if we do it, okay?
Like I said, unsure of the count right now. So 2-1 the count. That is actually what it was. As Johnson fouls that one off. Evens the count up at 2-2. Johnson sends that one. A nice diving attempt from Furman. The throw not in time. So another run scored. Actually very well done play by all parties.
Nice play all the way around on that one.
Brennan Johnson in it with
the plate. From Baker University, third baseman, number 24, Tyler Vigna.
Tyler Vigna steps up now. The Blues have scored 2 runs here in the bottom of the third. And Tyler Vigna swings at that first one. It's going to be fouled off. Vigna, in his only plate appearance, walked. That was a 2-out walk in the bottom. Yes, the bottom of the first inning. He then made it to third on 2 balks by the pitcher Tavares, as that one is fouled off by Vigna. Makes the count 0-2. However, Vigna would be held up at third. Stranded there. But the count here is 0-2, and Taveras delivers. That one is low for ball one. So 1-2 the count. The Blues have up Kuiper Kendall, then Kendall Rivero. Vigna takes this one to center field, and that's going to be down for a single. Johnson held up at second base, but moves the line for Kuiper Kendall.
Moving the line brings up shortstop, number 18 from Washburn University, Kuiper Kendall.
Kuiper Kendall is stepping in. Currently 0 for 1 on the day. A pop out to first ended the bottom of the first as he takes the first pitch. Called strike one. Blues have scored 2 in this frame already. Trying to currently make that another. That one catches the outside part of the zone. Count now 0-2. And another weather update. It looks like the Storms will hold off. They're now scheduled to start around 1 a.m. Kendall will call time. So no matter how dark the skies may be, we are still playing ball here in Baldwin City. Kendall swings at this one. Hit to shortstop Furman. Vigna out at second. So Johnson advancing to third.
That brings up from North Central Missouri College, first
Kendall Rivero.
Kendall Rivero.
So two outs now as that first pitch from Taveras outside for ball one. Rivera 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out swinging in his lone at bat. Rivera, a product of North Central Missouri College, and that one is hit straight to Furman. Tried to scoop that with his glove, and Kendall had the hop already on it. That is an RBI single for Kendall Rivero.
That RBI single brings to the plate designated hitter, number 9 from Baker University, Harrison Jewell.
Brings up Harrison Jewell, so the way that play happened, hit straight to Furman at short. Kind of did the scoop thing that you sometimes see and was unsuccessful in getting it, so it got to the outfield. Jewell will foul that first pitch off. Of course, in that play, Brennan Johnson scored, and Kuiper Kendall, who already had a beat as he was attempting to steal second on that play, made it to third, so the line is moved. The runners are still at the corners for Harrison Jewell. Jewell takes this one for called strike 2. Jewell, the designated hitter, has just a fly out to his credit, but if he can reach first safely, he will probably bring in a run, but does not matter there. Swing and a miss. And they're saying drop third strike, even though there was a runner at first. So interesting there. Harrison Jewell reaches first safely either way.
Heads up play by Harrison Jewell. Brings to the plate. Catcher from Highland Community College, number 4, Solomon Holmes.
So Solomon Holmes up to the plate now, and he's doing this. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Big position to be in when you're an incoming freshman. Holmes just graduated this past spring as he takes that one behind fouled off, 4-strike-1. Holmes, a graduate of the Barstow School in Kansas City, will be a Highland Scotty next season, like many of his teammates. There's his pitch. Low for ball 1, evens count up at 1. So 1-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. I am still yet to see a score for the Warhawks Farmers game. As Holmes fouls that one off, count continues. Now at 2-2. Yes. 2-2. I'm unsure if. Oh, 1-2. So actually, I did misspeak. It was 1-2. And Holmes swings and misses. So 3 runs off 4 hits, 1 error, 3 left on base. The Bravos score 3 in the top half of the inning. But the Blues cut the lead. So the lead remains at 3. It's 6-3 as we go into the top of the 4th inning. And we're going to take a short break here on the Sunflower Sports Network and be back in just a minute. Back here at Baldwin City Ballpark for the top of the 4th inning. So Austin Arocha back for another inning of work. Forgot to finish Jake Miller's line. Jake Miller, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 19 batters faced. In that time, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, 2 left on base in that time.
Now pitching for the Baldwin City Blues from Mid-American Management University, number 13, Austin Arocha.
In steps Eddie Molina, as he will lead off the top half.
Leading off the top of the 4th inning for the Bravos.
Of the 4th.
Third baseman, Eddie Molina.
And the sky is getting progressively darker here in Baldwin City. The lights are now on here in the top of the 4th inning. This is around the time, as Rocha's pitch is low for ball 1. This is around the time when the lights would normally come on. And I think it's definitely warranted now. For sure, usually they come on but don't take effect for a while. As that first pitch by Molina is hit into left field. Isaiah White giving chase. But it's over the fence. Eddie Molina with a home run means 3 hits for him. Eddie Molina's home run makes the lead 7-3 Bravos. Fausto Sanchez stepping in as that one hits him on the first pitch. Cesar Grau.
Catcher, Cesar Grau.
The new batter as Grau's pitch hit. Double play. Well done by Kuiper Kendall. Ran it over and tagged the.
The double play brings to the plate first baseman Kenny Centino.
So that last play, very bang bang, hard for me to talk about right now, but Kuiper Kendall ran over from short to field that, tag at second, and throw the ball to first. Did it all without a beat, so the number of outs is now 2. So that first pitch was, well, I'm unsure. It doesn't matter either way, as that ball is hit in play. Your right fielder, Brennan Johnson, giving chase, and he will corral it. So we move to the middle of the 4th inning. A home run by Eddie Molina is the difference in that inning.
Or take it to the visitor. Well, actually, give it to them. Give it to our home dugout.
So we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. As I said, the home run by Eddie Molina, the difference in that inning. After that, it was 1-2-3. But the Bravos lead 7-3. We're going to be back here with the bottom of the 4th inning, but before that, we're going to talk to you guys about Maley & Sons Construction, a proud returning sponsor of the Baldwin City Blues for 2023. If you want to upgrade your next construction need, see Maley & Sons Construction. They will do the job right. We're going to be back here in just a minute, and the Bravos have a new pitcher. After our break, we will tell you who that is. Grant Simblick leads off.
Leading off bottom fourth inning for the Baldwin City Blues. Second baseman from Tallahassee Community College, number 17, Grant Simblick.
Bottom of the fourth, there is a new pitcher in for the Bravos. That is number 42, Edward. If you are a keen observer of the Sunflower Sports Network, he started that pitch low for ball one. He started for the Bravos that pitch high, ball two. In the first matchup between these teams, Simblick swings and misses, makes the count 2-1. But Edward is the only name we have for. Is that one outside? Ball 3-1. And a called strike. 2 evens up. Excuse me. Doesn't even up the count. It juices it. And that pitch low for ball 4. So a lead-off walk. Brings up Maverick Rockers.
Now batting for the Baldwin City Blues. Center fielder from Highland Community College, number 5, Maverick Rockers.
Rockers rounds off the end of the lineup for the Blues. As he takes that first pitch, it is up in the air in play, and scare him on under it in right field to make the grab. So that brings up Isaiah White, now with one away.
From Highland Community College, left fielder, number 26, Isaiah White.
Isaiah White 0 for 2 on the day, ground out and a strikeout. As Edward throws back to first, nothing doing. Isaiah White, originally from Flossmoor, Illinois, to Homewood Flossmoor High School. That one inside for ball 1. However, he will be taking his talents to Highland Community College up in northeast Kansas. Highland in Donovan County. Maybe the most recognizable name of Donovan County is Highland. However, the county seat is Troy. Edwards pitch, and that's going to be a passed ball. Simblick reaching second safely. So runner in scoring position now with one out. The count 2-0 for Isaiah White. White coming into this game batting just a hair under 460 in his time with the Blues. Done quite well so far as he takes that one inside for ball 3. However, as I said, White has played a little more than just with the Blues. Started his season with Topeka Jacks. That pitch in there for called strike 1 makes the count 3-1. As Edward tried to throw back to catch Grant Simblick, could not get him. So the count remains at 3-1. Edward does the same, and really I feel like at this point you're just tempting fate. Obviously you want to try and get the runner, but you really chance the ball just going into the outfield. Especially a runner at second base. Edward will deal there, and White fouls that off. So the count goes for a second straight batter. Actually, not a second straight batter. I forgot Maverick Rockers in between Simblick and White. But either way, the count's full. This one high for ball 4. Isaiah White will be making the trip to first.
Right fielder, 47.
Bringing up Brennan Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2 today. Had an RBI single in his last at bat. As he's going to take that first pitch. Just catches the outside part of the zone for a strike. Other games in MLB. Games that have gone final. The Reds continue their hot streak, beating the Padres 7-5 in 11 innings. Johnson swings back to the pitcher. It goes. The double play, not there. So White out at first, or excuse me, White out at second.
The third baseman, number 24 from Baker University, Tyler Vigna.
So White out at second. Simlick reached third safely, bringing up Tyler Vigna. 1 for 1 on the day. And he's in a position that would really like to see some runs. As that pitch from Edward, low for ball 1. The Phillies fall to the Nationals 2-1 that game in Philadelphia. Pitch low once again, ball 2. Yankees and Cardinals are in a rain delay at Busch Stadium. That one in the top of the first, but like I said, I don't know how much further it'll go. Vigna puts that one in play. Furman flips to catch Johnson out at second. So that ends the inning. Move to the top of the 5th. Bravos still lead 7-3. We will take a break here. That inning was no runs off, no hits, no errors. 2 left on base. When we come back, Austin Rocha out for another inning of work. And us out for another inning of talking. So we'll be back in just a few on the Sunflower Sports Network. Do not go anywhere.
Look, a proud sponsor for the 2023 Baldwin Series.
We're back here with the top of the 5th inning. Number 72, Isaiah Garcia leading off for the Bravos. Top of the 5th inning. Bravo's leading 7-3. Scored in 3 different innings. That's a pitch outside for ball 1. Bravo's scoring at a rate of just under 2 runs an inning. 3 runs in the first, none in the second, 3 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. That pitch from Garcia is hit up the middle, and nobody able to make a play on it. So Garcia in safely with 1. A leadoff single for Isaiah Garcia.
Now batting left fielder, Kuiper Contreras.
For Kuiper Contreras. Contreras 1 for 2 on the day. As he's going to take that one, catches the outside part of the zone for strike 1. 0-1 the count. For Contreras, Arocha throws back to first, but cannot find Garcia. Contreras is going to hit that one. That's going to get to the outfield. A single for Contreras keeps the line moving. However, Garcia held up at second.
Right fielder, number 12, Luis Angel Escamon.
For Luis Angel Escaramon. Scaramon 0 for 2 today. He rounds out the order. A strikeout and a ground out. To his credit, Scaramon shows bunt. This ball is fouled. So 0 on the count now here. 2 on, nobody out. Bravo's looking to extend their 7-3 lead. We're just going to throw back to second. Can't find Garcia there. And so we continue. Rocha throws back to second again. Seemed like ball popped out of his glove, so he applied the tag, although without the ball. I'm not sure. My view is blocked a little bit by the home plate umpire. Usually when they stand up, or usually when the home plate umpire stood up, I can't really get a decent view to second base. But either way, the count's still 0-1. Scaramon shows bunt. This one fouled to the right side. The one first foul was just down at his feet. This one, well, where it was. Temperature dropping now to a cool 90 degrees here in Baldwin City. Rocha deals. This one is hit high in the air. Rocker's giving chase. He gets under it, and Garcia will tag up, and will do so successfully, as will Contreras. So one away for Yotai Okatama.
Now batting second baseman, Yotai Okama.
Okatama takes this one opposite field, and that's going to get down for a single. Brennan Johnson, that scores one. The throw to home, not in time, so that scores two. Bravos now lead at 9-3. A 2 RBI double by Yotai Okatama. So as we score that, and this one's just gonna plunk Furman in one pitch. So two aboard with one out
Third baseman Eddie Molina.
for Eddie Molina. Molina currently 3 for 3. Has 2 singles and a home run to his credit. And he's going to look to try to drive in a couple more runs. That one low, maybe outside for ball one. We're going to start our On This Day in History a little earlier tonight. Usually we start that around the 7th inning. But we are going to start it now. Not before Arocha deals. Same pitch as the last one. Pretty much same location and same outcome. A ball. So ball two. And that pitch low for ball three. So 3 pitches, 3 balls against Eddie Molina. And that one upstairs. So a 4-pitch walk puts Eddie Molina on first. And the only thing that can keep Molina from getting a hit is a walk. So he's reached base all 4 times. And we're at least going to get a pitcher-catcher conference between Solomon Holmes and Arocha. The entire infield coming in. I think those guys just trying to give some words of encouragement. So we're going to start our On This Day in History. On This Day in History, 1805, the Michigan Territory organized. In 1834, Congress created what was then called the Indian Territory. We now know it as Oklahoma. We're back in this game and now, though, as Sanchez swings and misses 0-1 the count. This is Fausto Sanchez in his 3 trips up. He's doubled walk and a hit by pitch. Well, he's reached base pretty much always possible. That breaking ball in there for called strike 2.
Fausto Sanchez.
To the count, as I said, the bases are full. So Arocha would ideally like to get out of this with a strikeout. That one outside, check swing, not even anything about it. So 1-2 the count. That one low for ball 2. Evens up the count at 2-2. In 1864, the Yosemite Grant Act was signed by President Abraham Lincoln, bestowing 200,000 acres to the state of California establishing the United States' first state-controlled park. And pitch, swing and a miss. Austin Rocha finds himself a strikeout and 2 outs for Cesar Grau.
The catcher, Cesar Grau.
Just a year later, on this day in 1865, the 8 alleged conspirators in the assassination of the aforementioned Abraham Lincoln, they were found guilty. In 1894, Korea declared independence from China and asked for Japanese aid. On this day that same year, London's Tower Bridge opened. Pitch low, but blocked by Holmes before anything could happen. That pitch hit straight up and back by Grau. Holmes giving chase. Called foul. I think it might have hit off the top of our fence. Because Holmes actually was able to corral that, but obviously just a foul ball. On this day in 1906, the United States Congress passes the Meat Inspection Act and the Pure Food and Drug Act. Those influenced by the book The Jungle by Upton Sinclair, exposing the meatpacking industry at that time for what it was, just dirty. That one is fouled off and out of play. The count now 1-2. Roach steps off, and we will continue our history lesson. On this day in 1930, the first round-the-world radio broadcast held in New York. Pitch low, potentially a pass ball, but well blocked by Holmes. And one thing with him, he's has a very good blocking ability. And making sure that runners are not advancing via pass balls. That one, a ball, which makes the count go full. This pitch by Rocha, swung on and fouled. Okutama did a good job of ducking out of the way and curled up in the fetal position for just a moment before getting back up. Swing and a miss, or foul ball? Foul ball is the call, even though we had no signal from our home plate umpire. And this at bat will continue. Swing and a miss there. And drop third strike. Okatama is out at home via a... So 2 runs off, 3 hits, no errors. 2 left on base. We go to the top of the the bottom of the 5th. The Bravos now leading at 9-3. We're going to take a break, but before that, we're going to tell you about the Smazel family. So we want to welcome the Smazel family. Welcome back the Smazel family and their farm for the 2023 summer season. The Smazels that love baseball and love the Baldwin City Blues. Thank you, Smazel family. We're going to take a short break now and be back in a couple minutes. Edward out for another inning of work. Back with the bottom of the 5th inning. Bravos lead at 9-3 here in Baldwin City. The sun has officially pretty much gone down fully, and lights have really taken effect. I'd classify right now as dusk. Actually, maybe not, but the sky is not completely black yet. As Kuiper Kendall steps up for his third at bat. I'll pop out and a fielder's choice. So Kuiper Kendall ropes this first one, fair ball, down the left field line, and he's going to get a double. He's running for 3. Will he be safe? The throw not in time, so a lead-off triple for Kuiper Kendall. Should energize the Blues here. A runner on third with no outs. For
first baseman, number 12, from North Central Missouri College,
Kendall Rivero. From North Central Missouri College. By the way, that is Kuiper Kendall's second triple of the season. So he stands at third with no outs for Kendall Rivero. First pitch by Edward. Inside for a ball. Time is called, and we'll be back in a second. Continuing the On the Stays, in 1936, Margaret Mitchell's novel Gone with the Wind is published. That pitch, low for ball 2. Well blocked by Grau, though. Had a decent performance by all 3 catchers that have shown up tonight. Rivero swings and fouls that one off, making the count 2-1. In 1938, Superman first appeared in DC Comics Action Comics series issue number 1. At that time, I believe that was sold for just a nickel, as that one catches the inside part of the zone for strike 2. That pitch hit to shortstop. And Rivero, so Furman's throw to first in time, but that will score another run for the Blues. 9-4 the score now with 1 out. Here's some Jewell stepping up to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day, as that one is outside for ball 1. In 1940, the German troops began their invasion of the undefended Channel Islands, as Jewell fouls that one back to make it 1-1.
Not bad designated hitter from Baker University, number 9, Harrison Jewell.
Also in 1940, the United States Fish and Wildlife Service formed. Jewell swings and misses, and Edward is ahead in the count, 1-2. Jewell takes this one high into left field. Contreras giving chase, and he's under it, and a flyout will be the end result of this. Solomon Holmes stepping in with 2 outs. Holmes sends that first one to the third baseman, Molina. The throw to first. Centino had to jump to get there, but he made the play. So the Blues get one back. But 1, 2, 3 after that. 1 run off 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left on base. Bravos lead 9-4 going into the top of the 6th inning. And going to take a break. And we'll be back in just a few minutes on the Sunflower Sports Network. Kenny Santino leads off the top of the 6th inning for
First baseman Kenny Santino.
For the Bravos. As we move to the top of the 6th inning, the Bravos lead at 9-4. 3 runs for them to just 1 for the Blues, and Austin Rocha out for another inning of work. That one is low for ball 1. Giving you guys a weather update. Lightning is currently flashing about 16 miles away from us right now. If it gets within 10, the game will be called. Set 1. Yeah, straight at Tyler Vena at first. And Santino on with a leadoff single. Isaiah Garcia stepping up.
Now batting. Center fielder Isaiah Garcia.
Continuing our on this days. Garcia is going to take this one to left center field. Walkers gets under it, but Santino going to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Which brings up Kiefer Contreras. The tall lefty is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, both to right. He's really favored the right side in general. Both of his singles to right and had a ground ball to first base as well. So on this day in 1953, the first Chevrolet Corvette is manufactured, and 2 years later, the Johnny Carson Show debuted in 1955. Yes, we are seeing some flashes of lightning, as that one is low for ball 1. That one in there for called strike 1. Evens up the count at 1-1. This next pitch is taken opposite field to Kiefer Contreras into left center field. 1 run will score. Here comes a second. And a double for Contreras makes the score 11-4 in favor of the Bravos. And the Lightning is getting ever closer. Actually, I can't even say that, whether it's getting closer or not, but it's definitely getting more visible and more frequent off to the left field side. But as we know it right now, score 11-4, no outs. In 1967, on this day, Robert Henry Lawrence Jr. was named the first black astronaut. That one low for ball 1. That ball is fouled by Escaramon. This is Luis Angel Escaramon to make the count 1-1. Escaramon 0 for 3 today. Strikeout, ground out, fly out for him. Rocha steps off. And we will continue. The pitch is swung on and missed by Scaramon. So the count goes to 1-2. There are no outs here with Kiefer Contreras sitting on second base. Bravos have scored 2 runs in this inning already. They lead 11-4. That one is hit low, kind of a bloop pop out. So Scaramon is out and 1 away. That one was corralled by Kuiper Kendall. Brings up Yotai Okutama.
Now batting, second baseman, Yotai Okutama.
Who leads or will begin the Bravos' 5th trip through the lineup. Okutama calls time. In 1987, on this day, the Royal Canadian Mint introduces the $1 coin, known to our neighbors to the north as a loonie. A pitch in there for called strike 1. In 1994, the pretrial hearings opened in Los Angeles against O.J. Simpson. If the glove fits, is that one Scaramon safe at third? Excuse me, that is not a Scaramon, that is Kiefer Contreras, who is slowish to get up, but will eventually get there. That one also low for ball 1. So 1-1 the count. 1 out. The Bravos have 3 runners. Excuse me, a runner on third. That one low again, but Contreras will stay at second. That pitch by Okutama is fair down the right field line. Contreras will score. Okutama to second. Okutama to third. And Yotai Okutama, a stand-up triple, makes this game 12-4.
Now batting, shortstop, Stephen Furman.
Brings up Stephen Furman. He's currently 1 for 3. But before that, we're going to have a mound visit by manager Tanner Kilmer. And we're going to step aside as that happens. we're back here, and a new pitcher. That is Danwar Muskerkin for the Blues. As it stands, folks, if you're somehow just joining us, it is 12-4 in favor of the Bravos, and Stephen Furman throws that one. Tyler Vigneault's throw to first in time. Okutama held up at third, so it just takes one pitch. And another out. Brings up Eddie Molina, 3 for 3 so far tonight. 2 singles, a home run, and a walk.
Third baseman Eddie Baldwin.
Pitch high for ball 1. So 1-0 the count, and that one by Molina is taken back up heart of the plate. So 4 hits for Molina tonight. Okutama scores another one, so it is 13-4 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Not bad. Designated hitter.
This is Fausto Sanchez stepping in, currently 1 for 2. Okutama was Arocha's runner, and so now Arocha's stat line done. So first pitch low for ball, blocked by Vigneault, and excuse me, not Vigneault, by Holmes. A fielding error of sorts, I believe, by Kendall Rivero. And Molina is into second. So that one in there for called strike 1. So Austin Rocha's stat line has gone final. 47 pitches, 18 batters faced. Is that one by Sanchez hit straight to Brennan Johnson? Makes the grab. So 4 runs off 5 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. The Bravos lead the Blues 13-4 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. The Nook joins the Blues for the 2023 summer season. If you're looking for that next good book or want to relax with a great cup of coffee or tea or adult drinks, step into the Nook, located in beautiful downtown Baldwin City. And with that, we are going to take a break and be back in just a couple minutes. With that, when that happens, we will come back with the bottom of the 6th inning. Grant Simblick leads off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Blues. Blues currently in dire straits here. I suppose if they're in dire straits, that means they might be the Sultans of Swing. But the Blues currently in a 13-4 deficit. Simblick swings and misses on his First offering. 2 walks for Simblick on the night. He's not recorded an official at bat. That one just outside. A big flash of lightning there. But 1-1. We are still outside that 10-mile range. And Simblick fouls that one off. So the count now 1-2. Still no word on the Warhawks and Farmers. That game is... well, I have no idea. So, as far as I know, still 1-2. Time is called. This is still pitcher Edward out for the Bravos. Edward currently sitting on 2 innings pitched. That one low for ball 2, evens up the count at 2-2. Continuing our history lesson, I mean, we really have no other on this days. As far as just general history. So we are going to move to on this day in sport. Simblick looks at that one. Beautiful breaking ball. It is in there for called strike 3. And Bryce Clark up to the plate for the Blues. Clark replacing Maverick Rockers. Clark stepping in for his first at bat of the evening. He relieves Maverick Rockers. So Maverick Rockers will finish at 1 for 2 with a hit and a run. In there for strike 1, so the count is even at 1-1. Actually, that one was a ball, but it doesn't matter as that one is hit a hard ground ball to Okutama. The throw to first in time. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th for Isaiah White. And on this day in 1908, Hall of Fame pitcher Cy Young became the oldest player to record a 3rd career no-hitter as the Boston Red Sox beat the New York Highlanders 8-0. White swings and misses on first offering. At that time, Cy Young was 41 years and 3 months old. That one is inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count now. That one low for ball 2. On this date in 1930, the greatest cricket player of all time, Don Bradman, scored a 254. So that ball is hit to Molina. The throw. The tag is applied. So a 1-2-3 inning.
Sponsor is another.
It runs off, no hits, no errors. We move to the top of the 7th. Still, score as it is. We're going to finish our thought about Don Bradman. Scored a 254 in the second test against England. Australia won that one at the home of cricket, Lords, as Australia took a... well, they won the second test of the Ashes series in 1930. The Ashes actually going on right now between England and Australia. The third day just concluded. The fourth day of the second test of the 5-test series continues tomorrow. Folks, if you haven't tuned into cricket ever, you definitely should. Well, it's a great sport. With my ramblings over, we're going to take a break and be back in probably just about a minute. Danwar Muskerkin out for another inning. But this break will actually be about 15 seconds, and we're going to take it right now. Cesar Grau,
Catcher Cesar Grau,
leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Bravos. And the substitute catcher has seen 3 balls in just as many pitches. That one in there for called strike 1. In 1934, on this day in sports, Detroit radio executive George Richards paid $7,952.08. So that pitch is up near Grau's head, and he's on board with a walk. But he paid that sum to buy the Portsmouth Spartans of the NFL. Richards moved that team to Detroit and called it the Lions. As we know them today. Kenny Santino steps in 2 for 3 tonight. Is that one throwback to first base? Could not find Grau. On the state in 1962, Dodgers future Hall of Famer Sandy Koufax no-hit the Mets as that pitch is up in the air in the infield, where Muskerkin ended up making the grab. There was some confusion as to who would go under it, but it was where Muskerkin eventually. So F1 brings up Isaiah Garcia. But on this day in 1962, Sandy Koufax no-hit the New York Mets 5-0. Koufax would eventually throw 4 no-hitters.
Isaiah Garcia.
As Isaiah Garcia takes that first pitch high for ball 1. And if you're a Mets fan, well, the Mets lost again, 5-4 to the Giants. As that pitch low for ball 2. But if you are a Mets fan, just know Frank was right. In 1964, NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle granted ownership of the Falcons. That pitch is past the glove of Kendall Rivero into right field. Grau on his way to third. The throw in time. So Grau is out. It will still be a single for Garcia, so he's 3 for 4. Well done by Brennan Johnson to Tyler Binney to make that throw. There are now 2 away for Kiefer Contreras. Actually, this is not Kiefer Contreras. We will do our best to figure out who this is. When he turns around, this is number 55, Yandy Valdez. Stepping in for Kiefer Contreras.
Correction. Not bad. Number 55, Yandy Valdez.
As Valdez has seen 2 pitches. They're both balls. And make that 3. pitch, low for ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk it is. That is catcher Gannon Grebe in. The Blues have made their patented 7th inning subs, so Grebe in for catcher. That actually is not Ken Rivero at third, or at first. It is Vincent Esposito. Cameron Kotwitz in for Tyler Vigna, so once again, might have goofed on that one, as that one is in for called strike 1. Did I say Cameron Kotwitz? I meant Christian. Cameron is his brother. Gerald Rivera, the pitcher, or the batter, and that's a line drive into center field. The throw home, offline. So an RBI double by Gerald Rivera extends the Bravos lead to 14, and we are now in run rule territory.
By second baseman, Utai
Okatama steps back in. As I said, 14-4 is the score. We're in run rule territory. 10 after 7, the run rule here. Be the second time the Blues are on the receiving end of one, as we have a pitcher, catcher, third baseman visit, potentially discussing a pickoff play of some kind. But it's a short conference, and we're about to be back. I'd like to tell you about another feat in sports. In 1967, Phillies utility man. Actually, we're going to get a mound visit by manager Tanner Kilmer. Then we're going to tell you about the feat. Well, in 1967, Phillies utility man Kiki Rojas pitched a scoreless ninth inning in a 12-3 loss to the Giants. Rojas, at that time, played all 9 positions in baseball since arriving to the MLB 4 years prior. We're back here in Baldwin City, and where Muskegon's day is over. Mason Chance coming in to relieve him here in the the top of the 7th inning. I'd like to continue our On This Day in sports history, but before that pitch in there for called strike 1, and Green pump fake to throw down to third, but obviously the ball never even left his hand. That pitch in there for called strike 2. This is Yotai Okutama, who is currently 2 for 4 on the night. That pitch outside for ball 1 makes the count 1-2. In 1970, Cincinnati's Riverfront Stadium opened as the Atlanta Braves came in and beat the home team Reds 8-2. The pitch low and away for ball 2 evens up the count at 2-2. 2 outs. 2 on here in the top of the 7th. This one hit by Okutama. Back to Chance. The throw to first in time.
My lightning charger is saying 6.2 miles.
So
yeah,
we have
went from 16 miles to now 6.2 miles. Yeah.
6.2 miles.
Yeah.
As the lightning close to us, so we will. That would presumably mean the game is over, but we will update you on that situation after our break. Actually, we're not going to take a break because we are going to do another ad read. We want to thank returning Blues sponsor Bullpen Sports Bar for the summer 2023 season, and the Bullpen is the place to be for that special get-together while enjoying great food and adult beverages. The Bullpen Sports Bar, where Baldwin City gathers for a good time. The Bullpen located in downtown Baldwin City, and with that, we are going to take a break. The Bravos leading 14-4. I have no idea if this game will continue, or under Michael Moore out talking to our home plate umpire. So we will give you an update shortly. Surely this game will go final. I think they're having a conversation between manager Tanner Kilmer. Assistant coach Logan Whalen's out there. They're going to bring in Edgar Santos, the manager for the Bravos, to have this conversation. I think the big thing right now is whether or not, as the Lightning is 6.2 miles away, whether to continue this game. Right now, the Bravos have it pretty handily in their favor, and as the game has gone past 5.5 innings, as it's gone past 5 innings, as either way, Brendan Johnson will step up. Looks like that's the game. So, final score of 14-4. Can't get run ruled if you don't finish off the 7th inning. And that's going to be it, though. Final score of 14-4 Bravos. And so that's going to do it for us tonight. Should probably try and leave to beat the Storms, whether or not they're coming in or not. But that is the game. The Blues will fall to.
As we have Lightning 6 miles from the field right now.
Blues will fall to 8-11, and the Bravos improve to 14-7.
Now within 6 miles, so try to exit as
the
quickly as you can.
The Bravos have a few weeks or a few games off. They will return on the 7th with a series against the First place, Junction City Brigade, so that'll be a battle between presumably first and second.
Will face
First game of that is next Friday in Leavenworth, Saturday at Raiders Stadium in Junction City. We are back on the Sunflower Sports Network in just a couple days here on Monday. The Baldwin City Blues will be taking on the Topeka Warhawks here in Baldwin City. Blues scheduled for a 4-game tilt against the Warhawks and various dates throughout next week, but that is the end of our broadcast here. So this is Joe Compton saying good night, God bless, and if you're in the Baldwin area, stay safe.